Hello, y'all. Nerd in Texoma back with another video. I'm filming this on Monday night because I wanted to wait until we got some of the view count in and stuff like that for Constar The Motion Picture, which premiered here on YouTube yesterday at 7 p.m. Central. So it's been almost 24 hours. We're at 1.9 thousand views, almost 2,000 views of the fan film right now. And wow, that's amazing. I mean, I am so honored and impressed to be part of this fan film, to be part of the Constar story overall. And I mean, wow. To everybody that's watched it, thank you. If you haven't, go ahead and do so. I'll try and put a link to it in the description of this. I wanted to do like a little behind the scenes, some pictures, some video that I took while I was up there filming for Constar The Motion Picture. Give y'all a little peek at what all happens in making a fan film, in doing something like this. It won't be the greatest behind the scenes, but it'll show you some stuff that, you might not have seen before. I'm sure there's a lot of other behind the scenes stuff that is either coming out or is already out or will be out. But I wanted to put this out there for Nerd in Texoma and give y'all a chance to watch it. And give y'all a little couple of, I guess, hints and let y'all in on some of the Easter eggs that in my scenes I was able to sneak in myself. Of course, with Vance's permission, because he is a very flexible writer, producer, director. If you think that your character would do something in a different way, if you can explain to him, why you think your character would do it this way instead of that way, yeah, do it. He lets you add in little parts to your character to make it more personal, make it more easy to bring that character to life. And as such, in Constar The Motion Picture, I snuck in a few little references to my life, making it easier for me to play Kevin Ruiz and bring that character fully to life. One of the lines that Vance had written in for my character was, I was talking to another character on the comm channel and had to say something like, "Oh, the air vents are clogged up with cat hair again, huh?" Or something similar to that. And the other character, Leslie, said, something kind of mean about cats. And I had my cat Spot on my lap, and I was just like, "Hey, cats are perfect little creatures. This is Carl. This is not Spot." And that scene, seeing it in the film, was kind of emotional for me because my viewers know, back in June, Spot died. And all of my cats died from, as far as I can tell, broken heart, basically. So seeing Spot one more time in his last fan film appearance was kind of hit me a little bit. And we lost quite a few good people, former family members of the Constar universe, that unfortunately their health and different things happened and they died too. So overall, it's kind of hard seeing them again. Michael Sylvester, Steve Atwell. I actually worked with Michael Sylvester for Constar stuff before, and actually got to meet him, and he was really cool dude. And I never got to meet Steve Atwell except on Facebook through Messenger and stuff like that, but he seemed like a really cool guy. And unfortunately, his health took a turn and he couldn't join us. But, excuse me. Okay, this is assuming that y'all have watched the Constar The Motion Picture. If you haven't, go watch it. But I am going to tell you about some Easter eggs that I snuck in to kind of enhance my character. I was told basically that originally when we filmed our Combox scenes for it, golly, had to have been about a year ago. I mean, this production has been in production for quite some time. I was told that I would be working on basically a Starfleet junkyard, and to have like a background of a junkyard. And I was like, okay, well, okay. Van said, run with it, have fun with it, send me a picture of what your background's going to be, and I'll say yay or nay, Okay, cool. Well, I just Googled stock images of a junkyard office. And I found one. It's, regular car junkyard or regular scrapyard you'd find on Earth, not a space one. So what I did is I used a photo editor app that I had on my previous phone. I haven't found it yet to put on this new phone. And there's like a TV over here. So I edited a warp core schematic on the TV screen. I edited in down on the side when the Starfleet technical cases you'd see Geordi carrying around all the time. Edited that in. I edited in a picture of the Melbourne. I think is over right around there. which was the first fan film that I actually ever was part of and in. So I wanted to honor that and bring out the memory of that. I put a sign up here that said, our technical advisors or something to that extent, with a Picard com badge on it. And I had 3 pictures that I added to that underneath, showing the technical advisors. Now, one is fairly recognizable, but people get it wrong. It is actually a picture of Pippin, the character from Homeboys in Outer Space, who is played by James Doohan, otherwise known as Scotty. And of course, Pippin looks a lot like Scotty because he was the engineer on the space station in Homeboys in Outer Space. I like it. I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but it's a sci-fi comedy series that lasted 1 season, quickly got canceled. I thought it was funny as hell, but I guess my sense of humor doesn't match everybody else's. Next to Scotty would be over here. Next to Scotty, I edited in a picture of Crichton, who is the surface mechanoid of Red Dwarf, another sci-fi comedy series. This time it's a British sci-fi comedy series that, I think off and on, it's been since like 89. There's, I'm wanting to say 12 seasons, or series as they call them in the UK. And I wanted to put, something funny in there to add to that and add a little bit of humor, see if anybody catches it. And then the third picture that I put on the end was a picture of Hemmer, who was the chief engineer of the Enterprise under Captain Pike in Strange New Worlds Season 1. That was my favorite character in the first season of Strange New Worlds. I was extremely upset when they killed him off, because I liked him. He was rough around the edges, kind of like me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to put Hemmer in there. So I'm wanting to say there was one more thing, but at the moment I can't think of it. But yeah, those are little Easter eggs. If you look at the background behind me when I'm on the comm box, talking in the office from the space junkyard at Trek Yards. So probably won't be able to catch all that if you're watching it on a phone screen. Now, if you're watching it on your TV screen, probably be able to catch some of that. All right, now my later scenes, you'll see that I am wearing a red t-shirt with a logo that says USS Joshua, NCC 3700. Y'all might be wondering, where the heck did that ship come from? It's never mentioned in anything with the Constar or anything like that. What's going on? Well, in Discovery and in Lower Decks, we've seen that at least those two ships have a ship t-shirt that just has the ship's name on it. It says Disco or Ritos. Well, the USS Joshua is a Star Trek fan club that's been around for many, many years that I joined when I was 14. And I lived back in Dallas at the time. And that was the fan club, first experience that I had interacting with other fans of Star Trek outside of just going to conventions and talking to friends and stuff like that. And you could almost say that was my first experience with acting in a fan film. Now, we're talking, this is 91. So there was no YouTube back then. It wasn't just as easy as it is these days, where everybody has a phone and can take a video real quick and upload it and have all these editing softwares and all that. You actually had to have a camcorder, a lot of stuff to actually make a fan film back then. Well, this wasn't actually a fan film, but it was a play that we put on at a convention in Dallas called Galaxy Fair 91. And it was a play called Silence of the Romulans. And naturally, as I've always been tall in my life, I was cast to be Worf. Now, this was a comedy play. We actually did film a professional version of it with the help of some friends and members of the group that worked with Channel 21 down in Dallas. And at the time, that was the broadcast channel that showed all the Star Trek shows on it. They let us borrow some of their filming equipment, and we filmed it. That tape, or those series of tapes, disappeared somewhere. We got filmed and just disappeared in the backlogs of Channel 21, disappeared in somebody's personal collection. I don't know. But as far as I know, they're gone. Then one of the group members was actually at the convention, both Saturday and Sunday. We performed the play live. And one of the members actually had a video camera and taped it as we performed the play live on stage. And this was a very cool experience. It was very shocking to a 14-year-old kid, because the table that we got set up for the USS Joshua was right next to the table for Major Barrett Roddenberry. I mean, she's sitting 6 feet away from me. She was in the audience both days watching the play, and you could hear her laugh. And I mean, that was just a wow experience for a 14-year-old kid, that the wife of the creator of Star Trek was laughing at something that I was in that was meant to be funny as heck. Of course, being that it was in 91, I got a copy of that VHS tape. But as we all do, we move and we forget things, we lose things. I do not know where that VHS tape is anymore. I don't know where my copy of Silence of the Romulans is. It's, as far as I know, as far as I'm going to say right now, it's lost to time. It may be found someday. It may not. I'm not sure. If anybody watching this was at Galaxy Fair 91 in Dallas, forget what hotel it was, but it was off of 635. I believe Galaxy Fair happened in the summertime. If anybody was there and has a copy of this, please upload it to YouTube. I want to see this again. You know, we're talking, this is over 33 years old. And I want to see the video again. But anyhow, I was wearing the USS Joshua shirt because I figured, okay, I'm working on a junkyard, a space junkyard, and as I'm disassembling these ships and taking out salvageable parts, I may come across some of those ship t-shirts, like the Cerritos, like the Discovery had, you know. So, hey, it's in character. Also, and this is a little bit of a heavy part, you'll see when I set foot on the bridge of the ship, I make mention that, yeah, as long as Menard doesn't cost me another leg, because it took Captain Bunton a month to program the HoloLeg for me. If you'll notice in my scenes when I'm on the bridge, I'm wearing this arm. I'm wearing a holo emitter on my uniform jacket to signify a hollow leg, because I am an amputee. And just in case it was seen, or, you know, people could determine that, you know, hey, he's walking kind of funny, I wanted to mention something where people would, oh, well, that's why he's walking a little funny. He's got a hollow leg. Dang. And the Captain Bunton that I reference was the guy who was running the Joshua at the time that I joined. It's Captain John Bunton. And, you know, as again, you know, people do all the time. You move and you lose connections with people and stuff like that. So I hadn't seen him in many years. And I decided to look up the fan club, see if it's still active, and I found out that Captain John Bunton died from cancer back in 2008. And I wanted to add to my character and honor basically who got me started on this wild journey that I'm on now. I know it wasn't a fan film, but basically Captain Bunton and the crew of the USS Joshua got me started acting in fan productions of Star Trek. And I wanted to honor that and include that into my character, into something that was going to last for a long time and be in this film. And Vance was kind enough to let me do that, to add to my character, to explain some more of the backstory, and to add my personal life, my personal touch into that character. So I'm very glad that he was able to do that. It was amazing being on set, being back on set. I've been on those sets before. But this time is even more fun because we're working with Royce, Vance's son. He's about 8 years old, and Constar The Motion Picture really started out as a father-son fan film and just exploded into a father-son fan film that brings in folks from other fan films across the world. I mean, it's, again, just amazing. We had Sean Reimer come in from Canada. We had folks from all across the United States that either came in or filmed scenes that were digitized and put on green screen. We had Samuel Cockings, if y'all know who he is from his fan films. He's done, I think it was Prodigy Reckoning. Basically a live action Prodigy fan film series. He's off in the UK somewhere. I don't know where. I'm sorry. Please, Sam, if you're watching this, please forgive me. But through the use of green screen and compositing and everything, he was in the same room as some of us. We had Nick Cook, again, over in somewhere across the pond. Again, forgive me. I'm sorry. Please don't get upset at me. But he was standing right there, This brought together people from across the world. And it was amazing. It was amazing to see my friends and family again after not seeing them for about 6-7 years, except online, to actually see them in person. And I hope we can do more. I hope we can have a story that brings us all back together again. Make another fan film for the rest of the fans. If not, I'm sure that we'll be in Combox fan films at some point again. But wow. I mean, this is just wow. I can see by the timer on my phone here that I've already rambled on for about 31 minutes without showing y'all anything of the behind the scenes pictures and videos and stuff that I have. So I apologize for this being a very long video, but I just had to get that out, had to get that experience out there. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy seeing the little behind the scenes pictures and videos that are coming up after this. And I'll let you in on a little bit of I guess, another little Easter egg. I'm not going to name names, but at the wrap dinner after we got done filming, a certain person was talking about how their son wanted to play a game called Saints Row. And they were scrolling through the game, see if it would be appropriate for their kids' age and stuff like that. And as they were scrolling through the weapons list screen, there was a certain rubber adult item that popped up on the screen. And it took both that person and their child by surprise. And the child asked, "Hey, what's that?" And pointed right at the rubber male appendage. And the parent responded that it was a dog toy. The whole dinner table cracked up with laughter. Me, being the smartass, being the thinker that I am, I took out my phone and I quickly made a meme of, I'm sure you've all seen it, but that anime character, it's a guy and he's like looking off to the side and you see his hand like that. And I believe originally there's a butterfly flying up and he's like, "Is this a butterfly?" Well, I managed to edit in a picture of that certain appendage, and I changed the caption at the bottom where he's looking at the thing, and the caption at the bottom reads, "Is this a dog toy?" And I immediately sent that to the parent of the child, and the whole table erupted in laughter again. And I told that person that meme that I created will probably pop up again at some point. So, yes, the very last picture that I'm going to put on the behind the scenes reel here is an edited picture of the meme that I created. So, if kind of raunchy jokes are not your thing, you've been warned. Don't watch all the way to the end. I'll try and put up a warning right before the particular picture pops up. Put like I'll try to find a red alert picture, put that up there. So, all right. Hope y'all enjoy. Hope I didn't bore the heck out of you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Line close to the mic. And 3, 2, 1, action please.
Like I said, I've been working on a project.
And one more take in 3, 2, 1.
Like I said, I've been working on a project.
Perfect. Cutting. Thank you.
Snap your fingers.
Sit there with her, I guess. You want to sit there or you want to stand with that? What do you want to do? What makes you feel more comfortable? You want to stand with me? Sounds like a plan and a half, buddy. Yeah, you see
Yeah,
breathing between the womb.
Yeah, I'm just not.
You don't remember nothing? You don't remember you guys were running through the other building together? You guys were playing hide and seek?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there you go. Okay.
Alright, camera rolls.
What? No, not right.
Go ahead and stand in the door. Go back in there. We're gonna do the doors this time. It's gonna be really cool. Okay?
Okay.
I'll tell you when to walk. All right?
Close the doors.
Close the door.
Ready. And ready.
Doors. Walk out, Royce. Walk out. Walk out. Stop. Look around. It's like Disney World. Look at how big it is. All right, walk off.
You want to try that again?
Was the timing okay though?
It was, yeah, it was alright.
Nudge me or bump
Yeah,
me or
yeah,
something.
yeah, the time.
Okay. Remember, Disney World. Okay? Ready? You're doing great. Love it.
And
Doors. Walk out. Stop. Round. Wow. Walk off.
so what he's doing is he's looking right at you the whole time.
Okay. I'll do this. I'll do this. Here we go. Look at me. Go ahead. You see me? See me? All right. Doors.
Ready.
Doors. Step out. Stop.
Okay, let's go again. I started moving before he moved.
Sorry. That was our fault. You're doing great, boys.
Alright, ready.
Doors. Settle. Doors. Walk out. Stop. Look around up here. Look at me. Wow. It's like Disney World. Now, walk off. Is that money?
Let's have Vance look at it. See.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That good?
Cut.
All right.
Now we're going to do the extra shot. Where do you want Mickle standing then?
She can just scoot closer.
Okay. Don't.
Don't set at the end; it'll flip up.
Yeah,
Just
wait till I get there.
make
Wait till I get
make
there,
sure
and then
the-
you.
Well, just make sure the leg is centered under you. Don't go all the way to the edge.
Okay.
We've had people Like one person sat on the end, the other person, and then when they got up, they fell off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
now
that-
you-
I'll be there momentarily, and then you can.
Remember where to look
Everybody
first?
fine, slowly.
You gotta look at the,
Like this.
look right there. And look really excited, like, oh my goodness.
Can you set up there?
There you go. That's perfect.
All right, come here. I got you.
All right.
Greg, is that your outfit? Or are you just sitting there to counter
This is
balance?
my outfit.
Okay.
I'm off brand, man.
Okay, well, I'm not, I haven't seen the script, so I
I'm
don't
not
know.
even in Starfleet anymore. I'm a stowaway.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Whoa. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Camera rolls. And in 3, 2, 1, action, please. You can go through the whole scene.
Is the Constar B here shredded up here?
Like I said, I've been working on a project.
There's a fly. Let's try it again.
Yeah, there was another line I didn't hear. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was about to do it.
I was
when
about
the
to do
fly
it, but then the
call.
flag done.
Yeah, just go through the whole
We
scene.
got on stage.
And I don't know if it matters, but Russo, yours was no. Like I said, I'm working on a project. You didn't say the word no.
No, wow.
I don't know if I did no on the ADR.
Don't worry about it. Just say it like you did on the ADR.
Okay.
I agree with you. You didn't say it any time, so all right. Roll.
All right.
All right, sorry.
Camera rolls. And 3, 2, 1, action, please.
Is the Constar B shredded up here?
Like I said, I've been working on a project.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cutting. You guys good with that?
Yeah. Captain Royce. Captain Royce.
When you say Captain Junior.
You got to start somewhere.
That's right.
Oops, double camera.
Love the.
I need this. Oh, yeah.
You've never been here before.
I've never been here.
Never been
No. Wow.
Well, I haven't either, so. Is that
Daddy,
great?
why does it kind of look like he's tied up or something?
Okay.
Do you need me on station for the school desk? Sit in the corner.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming through. It'll be me, Yava, Greg, and me. Yeah. Martin. And Martin, yeah. So now just go ahead and describe to him how, because you changed it from what I initially had.
Okay. So the idea is we have to go. There's so many of us, we can't all fit in the turbo lift. That's gonna be weird. It's a clown car. So we're gonna take it in phases. So the first phase is just those that he's mentioned. My thought was that you and Martin have a little exchange, right? Don't crash the ship this time. No promises, right? I think when the turbo lift opens, since you guys are familiar with this place because you kind of put it together, you're just like, hey, don't do it, and you walk. Me and Yava come behind you like, hey, and then as we leave, then we're on Vance, and we get just him seeing it for the first time rebuilt. And then the positions, you and Yava are here, right?
Mhm.
Per the handy the diagram. We are here, the three of us are here. I'm gonna end up moving over to that side. I think we're gonna film it in phases, just to kind of keep it figured out.
Sounds good.
And then phase 2 is when you guys come out together, and you're gonna go. You will eventually end up over there, and you will come out and go straight to your seat for your line, and that's when Frank comes out, and here.
Yeah. You're gonna basically go straight to. You're gonna walk past me because I'm gonna be kind of here. Because me and Yava have a thing where we talk about the chair, and we're gonna kind of be.
Both cat.
Yeah. Yeah, because we both talked about capping the chair, and we're both just kind of like right here.
Frank's here.
Yeah, and you'll go move on to the science station, and I'm kind of be here. You'll walk past. You'll kind of be here. You'll kind of tap me on the shoulder, like the sun type mentality, and you'll kind of go stand there, because the whole mentality is the end of it. Then Eobard comes in. That'll be his moment, because that'll be the first time the audience will see him in his cadet uniform. And when Wesley Crusher makes ensign for the first time, and they have him where he comes to, that's his moment, where he'll come through the turbo lift, and he'll kind of smile, look at everybody, and then he'll walk that way, and he'll step down, and he'll sit down there. I'll kind of meet him here, and then same thing with you, and then he'll say something to me, I forget what the lines are, but I give him that kind of, "You got this, son," or something.
So am I standing next to it at that time, or am I back up?
You're this the whole day.
You're basically, when you come here, you're basically like right there,
Yeah.
and here, and then you're kind of next to me, kind of that,
Okay.
kind of like Michael Sylvester was when he had nothing to do because he was just standing there, the
Are you
bones
saying I
to
just wait?
Well, I don't have a pole, so you got me to swing on.
Wow. Okay, so
Who's
and then
got the
we
grease?
We have some distress calls that we had to react to, and when he decides like, okay, we're going to do something about it, then he sits down. Everyone gets in their stations. It is a lot of choreography, but we're taking it bit by bit. Okay, it's just understand that the first 3 phases are a lot of like movement, and then in the final phase, everyone is in their place, and it's just like all your lines,
Yep.
all your lines.
Yeah, then it's easy to go.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Nerd in Texoma. Back at the second filming location up in Flippin, Arkansas. Yes, that's a real town. Google it if you don't believe me. This is our second filming location. Like I said, it's got some sets that were not in the Harrison location. Bad thing is, they're not air conditioned. Being in the South in September or really any time after March is kind of hot. So trying to stay in the shade in a cool area in between takes, and we'll see what we can film inside, maybe get a little bit of behind the scenes footage.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, definitely stay hydrated, like Greg said, because it's a booger out here. All right, see you in the next bit.
Say we all just wear palms.
I couldn't find one outside. I figured I was well past the age and body type.
Woohoo!
And then once that's done, once that's all filmed, Russo, and we're sitting here, we're having our big party. A beep comes on, and you will look in the Menard and be like, "It's ready," and you're like, "The memory core?" You say, sorta. You'll see. And then we all.
Hello everybody, Nerd in Texoma, back at the second filming location up in Flippin, Arkansas. Yes, that's a real town. Google it if you don't believe me. This is our second filming location. Like I said, it's got some sets that were not in the Harrison location. Bad thing is, they're not air conditioned. Being in the South in September or really any time after March is kind of hot. So trying to stay in the shade in a cool area in between takes, and we'll see what we can film inside, maybe get a little bit of behind the scenes footage. Yeah, definitely stay hydrated, like Greg said, because it's a booger out here. All right, see you in the next bit.